In this video, we will try to understand what are the properties in the class and what is the importance of the properties in the class. Actually, property is nothing but it's a kind of a field only. But if you design the field by using the get and set operators, you can say get and set accessors, then that field will become to the property. That's it only. Okay, so now let's design the property in the class and we will try to understand what are the advantages of properties in the class. So for that, I have taken the one file, that is the properties demo.cs file, and then in this file I have created the class, that is the students resume class. So in that class I have taken the 5 fields: file name, file location, file size, created date, and created date time. So now let's discuss about the property. I said that property is nothing but if you design the get and set accessor modifiers to the field, then that will become to the property of the class. Even property also one kind of a member in the class. Okay, so now let's design the property. So for that I'm going to take the string, let's say file name. Here I'm going to say that, and then here you can say that get and set. You can design the any value, you can say that xyz also, that's okay, no issue. But as of now I'm taking the some name convention, so I'm going to say that file name. So already file name is available, that is in the small letters, but as of now I'm taking the capital F and capital N. That's it. Now take the another property, let's say again file location. Okay, but I'm designing by using the get and set, so that it will become to the property. And file size also like this, and I'm going to take the created date, and I'm going to take the created date time. That's it. Okay, so this section you can say fields, and this section you can say the properties. Okay, now how we are going to call the properties from the main thread. So here also I have designed the properties here by using the non-static keyword, you can say. So now to call the properties from to call the properties, you have to use the instance of the class. By using the instance, then only you can call the properties. Keep in mind always, if you are going to design the any member in the class, if you wanted to call that member of the class, you have to use the instance. Without the instance you can't call the class. Okay, so now let me create the instance of the class, that is the student resume. Now let me call the members of the class. So first of all I'm going to call the student resume dot. So now if I'm going to click on dot, first of all file size, you can see that here, that is the field, and even you can see that file name also, that is the field. Okay, so now capital F file size, right? So now let's say the file size, if you scroll down a little bit, file size, even if you see the file size, now it is coming as a, it is not intelligence, is coming as a field. Okay, so now you can see that get and set. By using the get and set, you can identify that this is the property. And moreover, if you see the symbol also, this is the, we can say that property symbol. Okay, these symbols which are rectangle shape, those we can identify as those are the fields. Okay, so these are the properties. Okay, if you see the symbol, you can identify that. That is a very simple trick. Okay, now let me call the file size, which is the property. Okay, so now file size here I'm going to, as of now, let's say some 1 KB. Okay, so now let me print the value again here. Now if you see the output, okay, now I can see the 2 KB. Now let me stop debugging. So now what is the advantage of property over here? In the sense I can control the values. So now if you see that, right, line number 24, I'm initializing the value to the file size. If I wanted to control that, let's say if I'm going to remove the set operator, Okay, when I'm going to remove the set operator, now we can see the some kind of a error, we can say. See, that error is that you cannot be assigned, it is the read only. So that is meaning that student resume file says cannot be assigned to the value. Okay, so now it is a read only property. Means whenever I'm going to design the get, only get without the set, you can't assign the value to the particular property. But whereas in the field you don't have that kind of a control, but whereas in the property you are having the control. Okay, so for example, let's say I'm going to take the different values. Say, let's say created date January 1 2025. So now I can see the I initialize the value to the created date property. But even here also, if I'm going to remove the set, again you see that, right, I can't initialize the value to the created date. So in this way, by using the properties, you can control the values.